Hello, Keggers here, ready to give you my opinion that nobody asked for. Little disclaimer here, a little adjustment as well. Here we go. Yes, I am in no way medical professional. Dental assisting just doesn't count as much as I'd like to. So really, I don't know what I'm talking about. I do, however, have a long and distinguished background in conspiracy, which might actually count for something in some alternate dimensions or universes. Born in the desert, 3 generations from Joshua Tree, California. If you know, you know. Joshua Tree is absolutely chock full of weirdo. My dad was personal friends with George Van Tassel and would actually fix his Pontiac. My grandmas had close encounters, so I've got family history of strange encounters. And also, fun fact, I was born into a cult. Plus, I haven't watched TV since like 2008 or 9, so I think that gives me a little cred too. I mean, if anything, it just means I haven't really been totally brainwashed. So anyway, thinking a little bit differently is kind of just what happens, I guess. So anyway, we've been seeing a lot about coronavirus. Whether it was manufactured or not, whether it was crafted in a lab, like Lyme disease, or whether it was just a really lucky virus mutation. Like the mayor of Chicago says, you don't let a good crisis go to waste. Those FEMA camps are looking real lonely. By the way, interesting fact, whenever you search FEMA camps, instead of actually getting camp sizes, location, costs, and actual purpose, all you get for the first couple Google result pages are articles debunking all the crazy conspiracy theorists, conspiracy surrounding, and no actual information on the FEMA camps themselves. So I thought that was a little interesting. Anyway, a humongous city of 11 million people has been successfully quarantined. There are no other situations I can think of in which a test of quarantine procedures on that many people would be possible unless they really truly believed it was for their own good. So anyway, 11 million people quarantined basically successfully. What a great way to test quarantine procedures, test their effectiveness, and learn from them for next time. Also, this could be a great opportunity for the powers that be to see exactly how big of a crisis they really need in order to take control, or to be given control because people really do believe it's for their own good. With the help of the media, can they take something half as dangerous as the common flu and use that as a reason to shut down the city of 11 million people and effectively hinder transport and cause panic all over the world? We've got people actually begging the government to implement absolutely extravagantly draconian measures to prevent the spread of this new disease. It's actually difficult really to find the exact statistics. The way these statistics are worded, they give you large statistics, but it's worded in a way to make it seem like it's one way when they're actually giving you the statistics for something else. What I actually had to go in and do the math myself once I pulled up the numbers. What I found out was the death rate for the flu is 0.06% death rate. The death rate for coronavirus so far is 0.03%. So far less deadly even than the flu. People take that and counter it with, but this is a new virus. We really don't know what to expect with this, how it's going to behave. The flu, we basically know what's going to happen. People are going to get the flu in the winter. It's going to die down in the springtime. But I'm here to tell you, people constantly catch the flu in the winter because it is a new strain that our body hasn't developed immunity against yet. If the flu was identical every single time, we'd stop getting eventually. But it's constantly mutating. So you really can't use that as a great excuse because every flu we get is slightly new as well. And I guarantee you coronavirus is going to behave in the same relative way as the other common colds and common flus, unless of course it is a manufactured disease. But you know what? That'll eventually come out. You know, there are strange mutations going on in nature all the time, but there are also strange mutations being created in laboratories. So all I'm saying, politicians say, don't let a good crisis go to waste. So whether this is manufactured or not, it's been a great opportunity to test the effectiveness, the media, and the effectiveness of these potential quarantine procedures. You don't have to seize control and seize power if people are begging you to do it for their own good. So end game would be to convince people that they're dying so they will willingly give you control. Please save us, government. You know best. So yeah, once they figure out that they can actually quarantine a city of 11 million people for something that's far less dangerous than the flu, they can actually take a step back and be like, with the help of the media blowing things out of proportion, we don't need to go very big. Power can be seized with the help of a fancy cold. So now they can say, you know what, guys, in the deep underground military bases, you can stop working on that cephalic Lyme leprosy disease you're working on. Just start mutating the common cold. That's all it's going to take. From the mind of a conspiracy theorist. It's also a great way, I think, to gauge people's potential overreactions. Extreme transmission fears could be a great way to rid the U.S. of that pesky, hard to monitor, impossible to control, see the exact movement of cash. So for your own good, and so you're not transferring disease, you better move to purely easily monitored, completely controllable, easily corrupted electronic forms of payment for your own good, of course. Money's dirty. So just a few thoughts. Nobody is in a position to say they know something for sure. What really do we know besides what we've been told is truth? So just some questions is all I'm saying. Just a few questions that pop into the mind of a pedigreed generational conspiracy theorist. I know some people are probably going to get real worked up by this, but all I'm saying that these are just some questions. It really doesn't hurt anybody to think about what you're being told and to ask questions about it. If there's one thing I've learned in my, not that many, I promise, years on this earth, it's that people in positions of power aren't innately good. Power can and it does corrupt. So question everything. I've also learned that really nobody knows anything for sure. And the more you state things as indisputable facts, the dumber you look. Just saying. Ask questions, ask questions, ask questions.